everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Rambo, Last Blood. So I think this is the fourth or fifth installment of the Rambo series. The first one was called First Blood. It wasn't called Rambo at first, it was just First Blood, right? I think. That was an outstanding movie, Sylvester Stallone. And I think the second and third ones were pretty good. I don't know, I don't remember the fourth one. I do believe that there was a fourth one just kind of recently. You know, the first three came when he was a little bit younger in his prime, and then the fourth one, it's kind of like Rocky. I mean, Rocky Balboa. You know, he coming in after his prime. Whatever. I don't remember seeing that one. I think I saw a little bit on TV, but whatever. This is the fifth installment. He has to use some of his combat skills for revenge. I don't know that much about it. Low score on IMDb, I think in the fives. I want to say, maybe I'll see it here. Yeah, 5.3. So let me get into it here a little bit, see what it's all about, give you a better idea of the synopsis, and then ultimately let you know what I think. Stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Last Blood, Rambo Last Blood. Sorry, no check-ins. I didn't think it was needed. I also had some technical difficulty that prevented me, like an 8-month-old kept coming down. But I think I can catch you all up right now. It starts on the farm. So if you did see Rambo 4, you see at the end he ends up going to a farm where on the mailbox it says R. Rambo. And that's evidently a reference to his father and his home life. Now this picks up right, not from that point, but he's living at this farm with what I assume is his mother, and a girl who I think is his niece. I don't know. That doesn't become clear to me, ever. Now, we know it's not his daughter. His mother refers to her, you know, as him as he is truly your father because he raised you this whole time, whereas her actual father moved to Mexico. And that's where all the trouble happens. In Mexico, she goes to try and find her father that had left her, and it turns into, you know, she gets kidnapped. No spoiler alert there. She gets kidnapped into human trafficking. So you can see where John Rambo now comes in, and is going to have to try and save her. That's what the whole thing is. So the whole first hour and 10 minutes is really a human trafficking movie with John Rambo in it. And just the name, because it really wasn't Rambo if you watch it. There's some things that you're surprised at when you see him, like, yeah, he's up in age and stuff like that in the movie, but that's truly the whole beginning of the movie, and I didn't connect all the connections at first. I might have missed some of the subtitles while there was a lot of Spanish in it, and I didn't catch it all. But I didn't think it was needed. Anyway, and so on and so forth. That's what it's about. It's about his niece getting kidnapped into human trafficking and John Rambo. So it's a completely different film than we're used to. The last one was in Thailand. You know, it's really more about you know, war, not war, but you know what I mean, in the jungle kind of battles and stuff like that. That's what the other films were about. This one was more in Mexico and in Arizona, where it's you know, a slightly different take on John Rambo's adventures or action series. You know. Not too bad. I mean, it's creative. I like what they did. They had to do something different. You can't keep going into the jungle and killing all the mercenaries and whatnots, right? You got to mix it up, and so they did. Okay, I applaud them for that, but again, it's more of your just human trafficking movie for about an hour and 10 minutes with a popular name in it. Now, at the hour and 10 minutes, maybe a little before, it turns into Rambo, and you get 20 minutes of Rambo, which I enjoyed until the last minute. So there's like 19 minutes of the movie that I thought, oh, this is fantastic. I love what they're doing here. Little nod maybe to the first one. Without going into too much detail, I liked what they had to do there. I thought Sylvester Stallone did a fine job of, you know, recreating Rambo again. But I think they could have developed the family a little bit more. I might have missed some of it, so I apologize if they did develop it and I just didn't catch it all in the subtitles. That piece, and then the ending was a little, you know. It's like this Rambo has like superpowers. So some of the things that he does to people, not real superpowers, but super strength. And we know he's really talented and strong and that kind of thing. But then there's a scene where he's not so strong, you know, and it shows kind of his age, which is understandable, but come back, and now he's like this super strong guy kind of thing. Like, and I don't want to ruin it for you, and I don't want to give you any details, but I think you'll see what I mean. As soon as he starts, you know, going down the path of finding her, and it shows like Rambo in this one scene, you know, the first kind of fight action kind of scene, it's like, whoa, crazy. Then the next one, it's like, oh no, he's not as tough as he used to be. And then in the end, it's like, oh wow, now he's like a Superman or something like that. So, you know, I think they kind of do that to you, and you'll see it when you check it out. I mean, if you've seen Rambo's 1, 2, 3, 4, you're gonna have to check this one out, right? Maybe even if you saw 1, I still think it's worth watching. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I think there's some things that I would have done a little bit more, and maybe, you know, they should have kept it consistent with, is he really John Rambo, or is he like the elderly John Rambo? And I think they did a poor job of that. So that's what I got for you. You can tell I have a little cold, so hopefully this was interesting to you. Check it out. Again, if you've watched First Blood or anything else like that, you're going to watch this one, right? And let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the film. I thought it was a nice creative way to potentially end the series. I think it's the last one. I mean, Last Blood, right? So, we'll see. You never know. Could come back with another one, but maybe not. I just saw when I looked up IMDb that they might do a reboot of it. You don't have to reboot everything. You know, get creative, make your own movies. Leave this one alone and check it out. That's it. That's all I got for you. Thanks for tuning in. Drop me a line, like my channel, tell your friends, click on the link below if you're going to watch Rambo. That'd be great. I'll provide it for you in the description. But tune in next time. Kimmel's Irish Pub.